Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Kill10Rats. Welcome to a quick look at Ruzar, the Life Stone. It's a game that launched into early access on Steam today by Hammer Glass Studio, and it's a dungeon crawler. And of course, when you see the game, you'll immediately think, hang on, Legend of Grimrock, and you'd probably not be all that wrong. Although this game has a few things it does that to make it stand out a little bit. It's not a one-to-one clone. For one, you only play as one character, and you can create that character in this character creation menu here. And with your available stat points, you can dump points into strength, which will increase your block chance and damage with melee weapons, your HP boost with constitution, and agility boost goes into dodge and crit chance, so all ranged weapons as well. All the sort of fantasy RPG mechanics pretty much in place. Endurance gets you carrying capacity, and there's also it seems to be a fatigue bar in the game that goes down over time, so it seems to influence that. Intelligence is for your spellcasters as well as spirit, but spirit also affects resistances to magic and poisons, and luck is basically your item find stat, because this game is of course about the loot. We will make our character, what shall we call him? We shall call him Stannis the Menace, and he will be strong, and he will be resistant, and he will be agile, and endurant, and not very intelligent. Let's give him a bit of poison resistance, a bit of luck, even though truly he who is Stannis the Menace usually doesn't have or need luck. He makes his own. Let's see. Okay, we have the points distributed. This is probably far from optimal, but it'll do for showing off the game. There is a fairly robust engine in place. I say engine, it's made in Unity, but like the thrills and frills around the game seem to be fairly robust. There is a decent amount of tutorials that you can look at, and also in the game, and there is a lot in the way of stuff already, like the bestiary. You can kill the enemies that you kill will show up here, and after you kill a certain amount of them, they will unlock a sort of a flavor text. There's also a quest log for you to peruse. There is a skill tree. When you reach level 5, you will gain a few skill points to upgrade. You can build your character into a various number of different classes. You can be sort of ranged focused, you can be sort of magic focused or melee focused, or even try to hybrid it up a little. Here's just your tutorial tips where it tells you, how the menus work and how you open doors. And since it's Grimrock inspired, we will of course steal all the torches and make this open. It's, as you can see, the movement is like square based. This will tell us how to loot, which isn't that tricky. Now we found our first weapon that we should probably equip, and maybe we'll also run into our first enemy. Let's see, what does it say? To fight a creature you need a weapon or a spell. Exactly, yeah. We can, with the X key, we can swap to spells, but we haven't found any spells yet. Now we should be having a spidery git here, who will of course not be too happy that we are here. And the combat should look fairly familiar to anyone who has ever played a Grimrock game. I actually haven't played them that much, but I know enough to recognize what I'm seeing here. The spider somewhat inexplicably drops a key. Yeah, this will not be your I probably do the game injustice by saying this, but let's just say the dungeon crawling and exploration strike me as the primary focus of this game, and I guess the dialogue and storytelling, etc., do come somewhat second. I'm not saying they're not there at all. For instance, there are actually NPCs you can talk to in this game and merchants and whatnot. That's something that I think Grimrock doesn't even do. I might be wrong here. But I think that's also one of the sort of unique selling points the devs point out. Is like, hey, we've got NPCs and quests and stuff. And, well, he's not wrong. There is one right there. There is an NPC. Look, look, look. Look at it. There we go. Let's have a chat. Elora, welcome to the mountains of Ruz, stranger. My name is Elora. I'm here to help you in your journey. We are apparently in this mountain to find the life stone. The mountain biome, I guess, is the only one in the game at the moment. There is a crap ton of game mechanics in place, but the actual levels and dungeons are only very partly in, even though a lot of them are already finished. But for now we get the mountains, and then with frequent updates, hopefully frequent updates, we'll get more levels and also more styles of territory added. Let's ask where we are. You are in the mountains of Ruz, and this is my home. I have been here for so long I can't remember when I arrived. And even though she says she can't remember, we'll ask her when she settled here. A long time ago. Winter was already here. It actually never leaves. I was alone, wasn't I? I don't remember. I have more questions. Who are you? I am a merchant, and I am living in the tower behind me. Huh? Okay. In return for some copper, I could share some items with you. I'm practically naked. Do you have anything to spare? I have some old clothes. Nothing really worth it, but you can look in the back next to the chest. That chest you're talking about belongs to someone? This chest? I haven't seen the owner for a while, probably dead like the others, but don't worry. If you find his key, everything is yours. You'll need it. Okay, I have more questions. I actually don't have more questions. Thank you for your time. That's also quite funny. She sort of can do a little dance with her, you know. Oh wait, I'll stop. Yeah, this is how you access the merchant menu. You can get yourself some better stuffs for coppers. You can also sell some stuff for coppers. Let's see, we can sell a torch for 15. Let's hang on to our junk for now. There's also a binding stone system in the game, so we can bind ourselves to the mountains, level 2. And there's actually storage spaces throughout the dungeons for quick access to items that we store here, so we can open up the storage here and then we get storage space, and there will be these withdrawal points in the dungeons where we can access our storage inventory as well. Now let's see what we have here. We have a potion of minor healing that we can equip. It goes into our quick access here, and we have a worn chest. That's sort of pretty generic. I don't think you can save the game. It sort of saves along with your progress if you exit the game or reach certain checkpoints. And yeah, if you die, you sort of get ported to the entrance of your level, I believe. We will just provoke a death at some point just to see, because there's also, when you die, it looks, let's just say, suspiciously familiar. You'll see what I mean when we get there. Let's see, there should be some more enemies around here. This doesn't open quite yet, I think. Bring us to Silky Red Pearl and the path will open. So yeah, someone or something well-meaning left books strewn throughout the levels to tell you what you need to solve the puzzles. Sometimes you'll just have to work it out for yourself, I guess. Right, so what do we have? We have a pressure plate on the floor that will probably be pointed out here. You can drop items on specific alcoves or in pressure plates if you have some available in your inventory. There is, I think, the entrance to another biome here, or to another level here, but this section is not yet available. Like I said, it's a fairly early stage alpha, but oh, it should be worth keeping an eye on from what I've seen so far. Whoops, oh no, don't you spit at me. Don't you spit at me. Channeling Johnny Rotten there for a moment. Hang on, hello. Excuse me. And there he goes. So we found 6 copper, that's nice. The pressure plate, of course, is... It's a trap! Okay, we got hit, oh god. Yeah, that can happen. You can actually sort of avoid that. I just messed about too much with my channeling of Admiral Akbar there. Well, it was worth it. Alright, where are we? Oh right, I should show you that this game also does what it calls minimap, but which I will persistently call auto mapping, just because it's what it used to be called in in the good old days, I guess. Yeah, it tracks your progress. There is a entrance to a higher area, so that will get us to level 3, I suppose. And there will also be other enemies here. I think we should now have an enemy in our bestiary. I'll show it off quickly. Keskan. You need to kill 17 creatures in order to unlock this page. We've killed a grand total of 2. One thing I kind of want to achieve during this quick look is I'd like to get to the next level. Excuse me. Because that's actually not that time consuming. And I don't mean the next level of the floors, I mean the next level of experience. But for that we need to kill some more spider bugs. And for that we need to find them. I keep hearing them. The sound design is actually already quite nice and quite complete in the game. No, not here as well. I think from the room with the tree there is an offshoot that gets us somewhere where there be more spiders. Well, yeah, I mean, design-wise, of course, right now maybe a little monotonous with the snowy, wintry area, but it'll get expanded upon. The developer mentioned that there will definitely be other types of area. I'm guessing a lot of them, considering we are dealing with a sort of a dungeon crawl, will also be indoors, since we will, of course, eventually have to get a dungeoneering. Not that we aren't doing that now, but you know, we're not exactly crawling through the murkiest depth of doom somewhere. We are sort of taking a refreshing stroll through the icy cold, which is also fine. Right, have we been here? We have been here. Where haven't we been? Let me see. What is this trying to tell us? Okay, this is just, I think this is indicating a square that we can't move to. Alright, let's head upstairs then. I'm fine with that as well. I'm not even entirely certain how the mob placement is determined, because I have a feeling like when I test played this initially, it had more spiders in the ground level, so maybe the mob placement is somewhat random. That's definitely a possibility. Let's see if we find a different enemy type here, or if it's still spiders all the way down. Where are we? Any more of you bastards here? I think there was a... Oh right, this is blocked off. Then there should be a room here with a door and 2 of these spiders in it. Actually, I think it's this place. Right, it's here. Oh! Okay, come on, spider. There we go. If you do take your distance a little too much, they will spit at you. Like that. But they will generally try to melee attack you. Critical hit, very nice. So we'll dodge and weave our way to victory here, hopefully. Ah! You bastard. Trying to bait that melee attack, but it seems to be somewhat random. Oh, I actually dodged into that. Let's have a quick chug. That doesn't restore all that much, actually. Okay. Come on, spider. We both know how this should be going ideally. Oh god. Alright. You won't surrender, won't you? We aren't hitting too well here. Should probably not go that way because that's a dead end, and that will probably mean a dead hero as well. Come on. You seem to have a lot more hit points up here. I don't know whether the spiders actually scale with their respected levels, but they seem to do. Because this guy is soaking a lot of damage. He's still sort of... Ah, there we go. 99 XP. Yeah, he gave us more experience. So we have leveled up. And we can use our leveling up to distribute some more stat points. I think we're getting 2. Yeah. So we'll put some more in strength and some more in constitution. Oh, God. You bastard. Time doesn't necessarily stop when you're in these screens, so... Oh, God. Ah, I should stop dodging into that. Oopsie. Oh, might as well actually just show off the death screen here while we're at it. But we can always kill ourselves on a trap. Oh god. Come on. Come on. I'm not gonna step out there. Don't make me come up there. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Oh yeah, there you go. Very nice. He dropped some lootses. Again, copper. Like the loot doesn't necessarily make an incredible amount of narrative sense. The spiders drop copper and the keys, which, unless the lore reveals that they're, I guess, transformed humans or something, is probably not the most reasonable approach. But you know, it's a dungeon crawler. That's how these things work. Don't question it. Is probably the best approach here. It's like maximum amount of realism is not exactly what this genre generally strives for, so we're absolutely fine with that. Right, let's see what else we have. We can explore some more. We have loots, more loots. We have a key, a potion, and more copper. That key might get us into the next door further back in the level. I think we found a lock there. I'm also keeping an eye out for anything that looks like it can be manipulated on the walls, since I wouldn't doubt for a second that you can find secret rooms. There's probably also all sorts of shenanigans you can get up to with these alcoves in the walls that might unlock stuff for you if you put stuff in there or take it away or whatever, you know. Just what you would expect from this type of game. Right, where was it? I think it was around the corner here where we could potentially use the key. Yes, yes, okay. Right, oh, that's probably not a bad idea to put this on our bar. Right, I'm not entirely sure what features we will get added to the game if we get how many. I think I think they were talking like 12 to 15 levels, but they will of course be varying in size. So it's not all that easy to say how many hours of game time we will eventually get out of this. But yeah, I mean, it's right now the early access build is like 12 euros or something, which seems a reasonable price, especially since it's, even though you might not get an insane amount of content right away, it is actually, like I said, it's fairly I wouldn't say polished, but fairly stable so far, and not. There aren't placeholders for game mechanics all over the place. It's already, as far as that goes, it seems fairly elaborate. you have a lot of these things in place already, so that's a nice way to do it. I mean, one thing that I also found, the developer's statement was that they would like to involve, when it comes to the design of two of the, I think, further advanced and maybe even final dungeons, they'd like to get the feedback from the community first, probably regarding the puzzle aspect of the game and the enemy placement aspect of the game, etc., before they design those. They already have designed a lot of the others in a rough state, and I guess we'll be able to get these updated into the game as soon as they are well and truly done. But as far as the design of further levels goes, there will actually be feedback taken into account from what I can tell. There was a bit of radio silence initially from them, since they're a very small team and people on Steam were already getting upset. It's like, hey, the devs aren't on our forums. But then they actually started getting involved and sort of explained how they would be responding, and that they would be responding within, like, 6 to 12 hours usually on Steam. Oh, that's a trap, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, where's that shooting? Oh, that's annoying. Wow, that's nasty. Ah! Oh god, that wasn't too great. What can we do here? In any case, they did get involved on Steam, so they will take feedback into account, etc., They will be replying there. They have been replying there and have been addressing individual user concerns. It's just a development team that isn't monumentally huge, so you will always have this effect, I mean, they can only do so much. There's only so many hours in the day. Right, so since I'm not finding any more enemies, I'll just quickly try and show off the death mechanic, because I thought that was kind of funny how that was done. So let's go to somewhere we can die, which would be here. Oh, and we disabled the traps with that, didn't we? Interesting. Let's re-enable them then. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're getting hammered again. And more of that. And some more. And there we go. And you died. Doesn't that look familiar to anyone who's played Dark Souls before? Like the black banner showing up across the screen and then the red letters going, "You died." I thought that was quite a nice callback to one of my favorite games of all time. In any case, I hope I gave you a little bit of an impression of what to expect from Ruzar, the Life Stone. I will be keeping an eye on the development of this game and when they update. And when there is some more content to explore, we will make a bit of a longer series out of it, and we will be dungeoneering a little bit and going spelunking and all this sort of good stuff. I thank you very much for watching. I see you next time, and bye for now.